Is this thing on, man? What is up, Big Lou Gaming, man? We are back. It's been what, half a year? I don't know, like 6 months since I've last posted. It's been a hell of a wild ride. All right, with coronavirus and then just work and then just it's all in the past. But I was kind of waiting for the right moment to just kind of come back and post another video. A lot of you guys still message me on Discord. I know I only have like 400 subscribers, so right now, if you can, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. I think I am one of the few actual people that like to talk about this game and provide you guys as much info as possible. All right, but this event right here, right now, it's crazy. I think it's better than most events. I mean, Scopely just needs to move away from providing a new tune each and every single week, man. Like, just give us a break. And this fan vote event that's going on right now with Granny, the Dawn, and the Treasure Hunter Tweety is amazing. Like, they need to give us more of these for like at least once or twice a month, like every 2 weeks at least. Every 2 weeks, give us one of these so we can catch up on certain things. Because believe it or not, legendary tunes, like if you save enough golden tickets for about a month and a half, you can rack up a very good amount of tickets and gems, and then wait for events like this, and then you splurge, right? So legendary tunes aren't even so legendary anymore because you could just save up tickets and get them. And so now, since they're becoming part of the regular gameplay now, make it easier for us to obtain them. All right, and I really like that some of these tunes like don't fully depend on the new tunes that are coming out, right? So Space Granny, for example, already very easily paired up with like Witch Hazel. I would say one tune just to counter stall or something like that. So obviously SPM, Witch Hazel, and then Devil Dog, or even Archon, right? They're just like a full space team. But that's why I'm excited. They basically give you one legendary for free with the free energy, the batteries, and the rest is just you continue farming. Now, the one downside to this, is that you need a lot of energy. All right, so let's kick it in. I was trying to record this before the reset. I didn't get a chance to. I did play throughout the day. I already finished farming as much as I could for Granny. Well, for now, I'm gonna keep farming with you guys, and let's just talk about the overall state of the game. So a lot of people were just like thinking and saying like, oh, the game's dead, and no, like I think that this game still has a lot of potential. Now, keep in mind, guys, I don't get paid for this. I'm not a content creator. Scopely hates me, I guess, and I have a pretty good amount of people that like talking to me. I reply to all y'all's comments. I provide amazing advice. I always post on the Facebook group. I give everyone just recommendations, and I'm not a content creator, right? And I'm not too salty about it, but this game has been okay so far. All right. So here's where I'm at right now on the current event. And then also, finally, new towers. Like, it's just so much has happened since I last posted, I think. Like, they introduced the Cosmic Stars, which are real big. The towers, and then just, I guess, the overall, like, way that they're providing events now. So, here's where I'm at right now. So, I already have Granny, and I already have Treasure Hunter. I am going to go hard for Granny. Like, I want to... That sounded so weird. I am going to go all in for Granny, and and Treasure Hunter Tweety actually have 5 Cosmic Stars on him, and he's only 5-star. So I'm gonna go all in on Granny. I'm gonna farm as many ballots. So okay, so let's just go to like the regular campaign, right? No, that's not it. Oh, okay. I'll do it in a linear fashion. So this is Evil Granny. You can unlock it with this special energy. I haven't used mine because I want to make sure I use it at the right time. Because if I need 300 pieces to get her to 7-star and I can't get them anywhere else, and I'm out of ballots, etc., then I'm gonna come back and make sure I get her to 7-star. Reason being is like I have 3 Cosmic Stars on her. My space is hella boosted because my space team is one of my strongest. And I just really like her. So someone that I like using her with is Ronin Canasta, Witch Hazel, and then SPM, or another tank if you need it. But I like bringing in SPM because of the healing. And then once she's high level enough and she taunts, and then she applies all those damages over time, in addition to Ronin's initial start of the game damages over time, then like her defense is just way too high. You can also sub Witch Hazel for Devil Dog if you want 2 tanks, which I could recommend depending on what you're doing, or what like which way you want to go with it. Like for example, like on the towers, that'd be great. Then yeah, go ahead and use Devil Dog. But I think Witch Hazel you need someone that does a lot more damage, and then Devil Dog can hit pretty hard, but his attack is not that high. It's just more that he tanks, so that's what happens. So I already did the rank up Granny as far as I could for now. I was able to get, so I already had her at 5.2 stars. So just from the rank up at having her at 5 stars, I got 600 pieces, and that's enough for me to get her to 6 star, which I'm gonna do shortly. So this may be a long video, all right, guys. So apologies if it is. Okay. I'm about to get what 50, 50, 50, 50. That's 200, 75, 75, 350, 425 plus 100. That's 525 pieces if my math is correct, which is enough for like what? At 6 stars, you need 250. That's enough for like 2 more stars, right? But here's the thing. I already have, so here's a tune-up, right? Okay, they fixed it. I stopped because they hadn't fixed this. Like they were giving us Acme catalogs, which are Wally Coyotes or Ralph's tune-up materials, and I was waiting for the Granny one so that I can actually upgrade her. So I'm gonna finish this. For each act that you complete for tune-ups for the legendaries, you get ballots. So let's go to the event quest real quick, right? Collecting featured tunes, I'm not worried about that. I already have my Nova max, which by the way, if you don't have Nova, I'll get to that in a little bit, but just she's a really, really good character. Even though she got nerfed, she's someone that you really want to go for. Super Coyote, I still haven't tested out very well. During his event, I got him to 6 star, I believe, but no Cosmic. So as I'm scrolling through this, like Cosmics are a big part of the game, and for the most part, I don't really work on tunes unless I have at least 3 Cosmics on them. Collecting superior materials, that's okay. I'm not worried about maxing this out for 25 pieces each. Like I'm not too worried unless it's gonna get me to like, again, like if I'm 25 pieces short of 7 stars or being maxed or whatever, then I'll do it. But here we go. So tune-ups. Whenever you beat a tune-up like chapter, you get 2 ballots. So I already beat the first 2 and I have 4. So I'm gonna be able to get 6, 8. I have Treasure Hunter Twitty. So that's another, like that's 16. I don't have Dawn yet, so I'm gonna use those 16 to see if I can get Dawn out of that. I don't know how many pieces away I am from him. I think I'm pretty far off. Yeah, I'm about 157 pieces away. So unless I get them 5 times and they're like 50 each, you know, like then maybe. But they're giving us so many ballots, and I think I didn't check the event quest, to be honest. Let me see. I'm not sorry, the milestones. Yeah, you get milestone ballots too at 75,000. I do have 54 tickets, so I may spend some of these tickets. Actually, and that's the this event is just so great. And look at that. Somebody in my alliance just got 5 Cosmic Stars for Super Coyote. That's insane. So going to the ticket, if you want to spend, like, if you feel that you're not gonna get these legendaries past like 5 or 6 stars and you have no Cosmics on them, honestly, like, just unlock the one you want the most, work on it through the tune-ups, and like, you know, do all that, but don't spend any golden tickets on that. Like, it's just not worth it. The way that I have them right now is like just free to play. Like, I didn't really go too big on their events. I just got them how I got them by setting up tickets on my own, etc., etc. But these tunes on this wheel are all pretty good with the exception of Cadet. Now, if you pay attention, everyone except 2 tunes are epics, right? So there's only 2 rares. Let's see the rates. So for, let's see, Devil Dog 18% chance and Space Cadet 18, so 36%. So the rest you have 64% chance to get epics, and 125 minimum. That's pretty dang good. It's usually 100. So I think it's a good wheel. So if you saved all these tickets and you need tunes that can help you out, I think this is a pretty damn good wheel. Especially if you don't have Nova. She's a amazing healer, but you can also, she's like a DPS healer, like a damage dealing healer, and she's just great. And like the 2 Tasmanians are fantastic. Well, 3, Witch Doctor, Hazel. But for me, these are all maxed, or not, they're not all maxed. I'm lying. They're all tunes that I already have at 7 stars is what I meant to say. And I don't really feel like working on them at the moment. I'm just gonna wait for more regional events so I can like keep buffing them up. However, there is, I'm gonna show y'all in a little bit. There is a way for you to get 150 pieces each for them by just allocating all your energy to the other event, which I haven't gotten to yet. I only beat 1 chapter, not the first one. So the ballots, right? This one is fantastic. Like, it's only 3 ballots for 1 spin with 50 pieces minimum, 125 max, jackpots 300 to 1,000. But that 50 minimum is nice because it's usually 45, and it's only 3 ballots per spin. On any other regular legendary event, you need 5. So you would spend 25 golden tickets for 1 spin, whereas you could spend 15 for 1 spin. And actually, they always have that offer for like the first 5 tickets, you get them for 3 golden tickets each. So let's go over to events. Okay, so you guys see this ballot thing? Like, don't do it. Don't do it for just 7 pieces. Unless you're literally 7 pieces away from unlocking this character and you have an extra ballot and you can't complete a spin, then do it. But I would almost rather tell you to like spend some of your gems to get the golden tickets to then get enough ballots for a spin and get 50 of a legendary as opposed to just 7, even if it's not the one you want. But here, so the first 5 on this one here are 3 golden. So for 15 golden tickets, you get 5. I already have 4. That's 9. That's already enough for 3 spins. So I'm actually gonna do this. I'm actually gonna do this now. But this is just way too good a deal to pass up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And again, like, I'm really hoping to get a jackpot on Granny. If I get a jackpot on anyone else, I don't care. Like, they're still legendaries. I saw a post on Facebook just now that said these legendaries aren't worth it, that there's better supports and tanks. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like they just don't know what these tunes can actually bring to the game. Like, for example, Treasure Hunter Tweety, if he's protected well enough, like, I think he's a hero, isn't he? Yeah. So can you imagine adding him to a hero team with Super Bugs and then the new Presto Pig and then Iron Mutt, and they just keep providing what's it called? Damage immunity. He's protected. Pretty dang good. And then his attack, that boulder, is almost a guaranteed kill. So I have 5 cosmics on him. He's a 5-star, 5 cosmics. Tasmania's not my strongest. I don't have the best boosts, but I have enough now to get him 5.2 stars. I did finish his whatchamacallit. Did I finish it? I think I finished it. Wait, that's weird then. I got 600 for Granny, but I only got 400 for him. We'll see. So I think what we have to do then is kind of go over like why these tunes are so good. So Space, Granny, he said better tanks. There's honestly, man, like, Granny is top notch. So relationship, plus 10 with masterminds, plus 10 with villains, and then plus 50% attack on any Tweeties. But here's where it kicks off. Actually, so let me get her to, she's max level. I know y'all can't see it on the lower left, but let's get her to 6 stars. All right, so that's 1. Look at her defense already. She's 5.3 stars and her defense is already over 1,000. So let's get her to 6 stars. So yes, 1,200 defense, 800 attack, which is pretty good for a tank. like speaking of like the ratio, the health could be a little better, but once you start tuning her up, she'll be beast. Orbital Scold, 731 damage to target enemy, inflicting 2 damage over time, which is good. Gain taunt for 2 turns, inflicting all enemies with 4 damage over time for 2 turns. Like, the higher her attack is, like, so if you don't know how damage over time works, damage over time is like 10% damage of your attack per damage over time. I think it's 5 or 10%. So let's say it's 5%, right? At 800, that's what? 5 times 8, that's 40 per damage over time. 40 times 4, that's 160. So I think it's 10% because that would be 320. I'm pretty sure it's 10%. And it stacks when you increase your attack. So her third ability, grant your team 3 to 4 attack up first and then deal damage. So she buffs her attack, and each attack gives 10%, so that's 30 to 40% higher. So add 30 to 40% to that 360 damage that you're doing with damage over time. It stacks up pretty nicely. Tyranny Endure. So whenever a villain revives, remove 3 to 5 buffs from all enemies. Whenever an ally is defeated at the end of the turn, this toon has a 50% chance to revive a random ally at 50% health. Every time I fight her, like in like the higher levels, I feel like she revives every single time. Every time. So they just gave her a new, this is new, Hasty. Like maybe a month ago, they said that they did a rework on her, so she got Hasty. Stand in Judgment. This toon has 10% defense for each damage over time in battle. So when she inflicts 4 toons with 4 damage over time when she taunts, that's 160% more defense. So she essentially doubles plus 60% her defense. So she'll have like almost 3,000 defense. That is insane. And that's why her HP is not too high. I mean, they had to do some kind of balance. While this toon is in battle, non-space enemies have minus 14% attack. So not only does she have 160% more defense, you have 14% less attack when trying to take her out. So, no, there's better tanks in the game? No way. There's absolutely no. I mean, an argument can be made, right? For other legendaries, maybe Bugs the Brave, maybe Super Bugs, right? Like other toons, like maybe Archon, but like they can't taunt on command. Some of these toons can't. I think this is just overall one of the best, like probably the best tank in the game. All right, and then the rest is just like, you know, tune-ups past 30. Haven't gotten there yet. Oh well. God, it's been 17 minutes already. I just want y'all to just have this knowledge, okay? So who was next? Treasure Hunter Tweety. I don't know. I mean, do y'all really need to know about him? Treasure Hunter Tweety. Basically, you gotta protect him. This is calling a random ally to assist against them for 233 damage. Whip Tree, remove a buff from each enemy, gaining 20% turn meter, which helps them get to the boulder attack. Gain 4 dodge chance up for 2 turns and heal your team for 640. If this had a cooldown of 2 turns, that'd be even better. Emergency carry that just makes them faster when one of your toons is low on health. Rolling Boulder, this is where it's at. At the end of every 3 of its turns, unless it was just incapacitated, this toon deals 107,661 damage to the enemy with the lowest speed, stunning them. This attack ignores all defense. So let's say you pair him with Granny, and Granny gives him a 40% attack buff. This plus 40% is at least 2,300, right? Something in that range. Yeah, that's insane. That is ridiculously insane, and that's just ignores all damage and just straight up just crushes most enemies. So I guess I'll go ahead and rank him up by 2 stars. And Dawn, I don't have yet. So I'm salty and I'm not going to talk about him. But I do think he's worth it. I attack him, or I fight against him in the towers and some of the higher levels. And he's just a monster to deal with sometimes. So basically he has Hasty, and he makes the toon with the highest defense on his team gain taunt, which is like a free taunt, which works. Because let's say you have a Bugs the Brave on your team. He gives Bugs the taunt, and he gives himself damage immunity. And then by the time that runs out, he just taunts again, gives himself damage immunity, and then he just keeps making him taunt and taunt and taunt and taunt and taunt, and it's just, it can be a never-ending chain, and it can be very, very annoying. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and, well, I don't think a lot of these battles are very hard, guys. Well, I know it's just like for where I'm at in my level, like I don't think they're very hard. So I'll talk through some of these just like usual. I'll talk through some of these battles as I see fit. I didn't want to talk about the Future Tunes campaign. If you don't have these tunes, just go ahead and get it. So 15 energy, if you get like 5 win limit, right? So for 75 energy, you get 15 pieces of each. 15 times 5. Actually, they decreased it. It used to be 10 battles, not 5. So I guess you'll get what? So 15 times 5, you get 75 pieces of each every day. I think I do want to do that for Iron Mutt because he's almost max and I need him for the super bugs to max him out. But I already have my super bugs at 7.4 stars with 4 cosmics, so I think he's okay. I just need to tune him up a bit. But I'm saving all my carrots for baseball bugs because he's part of my OG team, right? Like he's like part of my main team right now. But let's see, treasure hunter Tweety, the tune up, the rank up. So I don't have him a 6-star, so I can't do that yet. They did give me less pieces for him. I only got 400 pieces for him, so I guess Granny gives more. If someone can confirm that, just let me know. But the tune-ups are very easy. So what I want to do is, I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pause it, beat these tune-up battles, and gather my ballots real quick. Well, I'll pause it up until the last act of this chapter, just in case some of these battles are hard for y'all. So I'll be right back. All right, it's recording. All right, so I'm back, and what I have to do now is tune up Tweety so that I can go through the last, where'd she come from? Oh, the silence spotlight thing. Okay, so what I have to do now is tune up Tweety past 25, which I should be, oh, there's just one. What? How am I missing? Okay, whatever. Thank God I had that. So he's at tune up 25, and let's go finish the last acts for tune up for both Granny and Tweety. So we'll do Tweety's first. And where's the tune up? Here we are. Go. Oh, they give, okay, so they give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16 infinity formula after you clear this out. So they do go up to 60k. I should be able to win this. If not, I'm gonna be very upset. But I'm gonna go ahead and bring in this team and Tweety. So basically the strategy is keep Tweety alive as much as possible. I have a healer, I have 2 heavy tanks. I'll try to do as much damage over time as possible, and we'll see how it goes from there. So like, while I'm doing this battle, I'm gonna talk a little bit about Nova, okay? Because Nova was completely broken. They kind of did away with it now, and it was a bit of a bummer. But like, I don't know. I don't exactly remember all the things she was doing. I know. So the biggest thing is when she gets hit. That's what it is. Whenever she got attacked, she would put damage over time on every enemy. 3 damage over time on every single enemy for I think 2 turns, 2 or 3 turns. Now it's only the enemy that hits her. So that was a pretty big nerf in and of itself. It used to be where once her health got below 30 or 40%, she would regen her health all the way to max. Oh God, are they about to kill my? All right, let's do this. Let's do this. So I don't expect Tweety to survive a lot of these matches, okay? Again, he's just there to make sure I complete the whole thing. But I do believe Granny, Nova, and Devil Dog can carry me pretty much all the way. But as I was saying, it used to be so that she would like gain 100% attack up for the rest of the fight. and then attack all of them. After all those buffs, attack all the enemies. So she could single-handedly defeat a whole team by herself by forcing the enemy team to hit her instead of anyone else. They'll be getting applied with 3 damage over time. So 4 people hit her, that's 12 damage over time on them. She'll heal herself back up once she gets under 30%, and then attack all of them with 100% attack up, and then the rest of the damage over time will kill her. So she was super OP, and they nerfed that immediately. Like, it took like a week or 2, and they nerfed that. But she's still very damn good. So like, think about it. If you put her like on a monster team with like Monster Tweety, and then 2 other fiends, Monster Tweety hides the other fiends, so they'll be forced to attack her, which means it's almost the same thing. Like, each attacker will get damage over time. Obviously not all of the enemies like it used to be, but it's still something. And then it's just consistent damage from there. Let's do this. And like I said, like, she hits like an attack team. I think her attack is pretty high up. Okay, so that killed her. And again, honestly, I'm not too worried about Treasure Hunter 2D dying. Like, I don't think I need a 3-star these for any reason, because yeah, it's just XP. But if he dies, then Granny has a 50% chance of reviving him, which is fantastic. Okay, so let's keep going. So you guys can see, like, my strategy is the same every single time. Taunt with Space Granny, force them to hit her. That is the biggest counter there that you guys just saw to Treasure Hunter Tweety is AoE. So AoE, damage over time, can definitely do some big damage. See, like, there he goes, and he got revived. God, it's just how can that guy on Facebook say that Space Granny, there's better tanks than Space Granny? Like, no, man. You're probably just upset that you don't have her that high up. I mean, even me, who does occasionally spend money on this game, I only had her at 5.2 stars. But I'm hoping, well, now I have her at 6. I'm hoping I can get her to 7. And if I can't, then, you know, oh well. But I do want to spin the ballots for you guys. I bought, what, 5? And I already had 4, so that's 9. I'm going to get a couple more after this. So I think what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to spin some of the ballots. It's because I really want to do the 10 spin. But I'm going to do some of the ballots, maybe get Henry the Dawn. If not, then I'm going to unlock him on my own using that special energy for him only. And that way I can do the other campaign of bringing only the 3 featured tunes. So basically, Dawn has Hasty. He'll force Space Granny to taunt. It'll apply damage over time on anybody. Oh, I don't know if it will. I don't know if it's so that every time she taunts, she inflicts 4 damage over time on an enemy. Because if so, then Dawn would make her taunt, put 4 damage over time. I'll use her second skill because she also has Hasty. And that's 8 damage over time, and then just clean up after that. So let's do this. I wish I could take out that Magic Sam or Merlin, or is it Magic Merlin Sam, whatever, but he'll die after this. So let's do this. All right, if you guys hear my son crying, sorry about that. He's being a little fuzzy. He's over there with his mama. So all right, so we just need 2 more. So yeah, they're keeping the same strategy. They have tunes that have an AoE attack. So if you guys can see, it usually starts with, yeah, they're targeting Tweety. So this, I guess this might kill. Oh no, it won't kill. Well, maybe. Yeah, this will definitely kill Merlin Sam. And that's it. They're about to die. But again, there's really no counter to this except trying to take out the AoE as soon as possible. If you're really big into 3-starring, then I suggest you just retry until Sea Devil does not taunt, or until like they're just basically the defender doesn't taunt, and take out their AoE attackers as soon as possible. So like right here, we have 3 of them that they have an AoE attack, but no more Sea Devil, so that's good. So that means I should be able to get all my attacks off before them. Let's do this. Let's do this. And they should all die. Oh, she wasn't fast enough, but she would have died. But that battle would have actually been easier than the one before that, with the exception of the power creep. But generally speaking, Sea Devil is annoying to deal with. So that's Act 4 for Treasure Hunter Tweety. We do have an Inferno. Now these Infernos, I don't want to make this video too long. So maybe I'll do these Infernos tomorrow. I'll buy more energy and see how far I can get with a team of my choosing. Wait, let's see. Is it anyone? Nope, it's featured event tunes. So if we had super bugs, that'd be great, but I don't. So my treasure hunter Tweety is also not leveled up. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. I have 4.5 million. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's level him up. God, I tried to click on that several times and I missed it. So he went from 12 to 15. Defense super low. Speed is decent. Yeah, he just needs more stars on him. So and I don't have Dawn yet. So I guess the next thing would be the Inferno. I'll probably try that a little later on. Okay. Now that he's still only 5 stars, so I can't do the rank up anymore because I need 6 stars. What I can do is Granny. So I'm gonna go ahead and do Grannies with y'all for the tune-up. Just so I can get those ballots, and obviously this Infinity. That's the hardest part of the game, honestly. Like now, I don't spend money on like energy or events or anything like that because that comes and goes, and I get more of it as I beat quests. Plus, they're also giving us 100 gems every single day under the gems tab on the featured on the tune store. Except they don't put like a little icon next to it so that you forget. But don't forget, you get 100 a day for free. And if your videos work, then you get another 100 through videos. So this is for Granny, so I'm gonna bring Granny, Nova, Devil, and I think I'll just bring Mutt because he has an AoE attack. Just in case I don't kill them fast enough, I can bring in Mutt for that. So that's 3 tanks and a healer, which is basically an attacker, and this works. So boom, do that. I forget what Nova's basic attack does. I think it was changed as well because it looks like she attacks 2 tunes. So I'll check in a little bit. Is this the one that does AoE? Yeah, this one. All right, let's see. 833. Oh, okay. So half of what she does to a random energy and inflict damage over time with each attack. Okay. So basically, she attacks 2 enemies, one with full power, the other one with half damage, which is, I'm pretty sure, is mostly just to inflict damage over time on one extra character. So yeah, let's keep going. So here, the counters are pretty similar, which is Conqueror and Sea Devil, which both have, they both have hasty. Conquerors can steal. Conqueror. So if you don't have Conqueror or Sea Devil, I recommend you do that ASAP. They are fantastic tunes. They can hit pretty hard. What I don't like about them is they don't have the passive for defense up, sturdy, but they do have hasty, so you can't have both. If they had both, that'd be insane. Like massive defense and then massive like insane speed at the beginning of the match. Like that'd be too much. But those are 2 tunes that are just pretty much a staple in most like arenas now. So if you don't have them, work on them ASAP. All right. Yeah. So basically, like, so if you see this Professor Prissy, is just for her to give turn meter boost, which would give, I think, Conqueror and her attack up, because he gives attack up every time the turn meter is affected, whether positively or negatively. But the best thing about Conqueror is he counters speed down, so he's anti-stall. And if you don't know what stall is, now there's like an old stall team and a new stall team. It used to be Handmaiden Granny, Scarecrow Sylvester, Cupid, and Photographer Sylvester, right? They just call him Photo Syl. Now it's Sea Devil, basically sub in Sea Devil for Photo Syl, add Cupid, Handmaiden Granny, and Scarecrow. And basically the whole idea behind it is if the enemy team doesn't have a counter to speed downs, turn meter reduction, or just negative effects, then they'll never get a turn in. You start off by taunting with Sea Devil because she has hasty. She inflicts everybody with 4 speed downs, and then it's either Cupid's turn, and with Cupid, every time they have 3 or more debuffs, the enemy team, he removes like 20 or 30% turn meter. And then after that, you add more speed down with Handmaiden, and after that, you do Who's next? Scarecrow. You just remove turn meter with Scarecrow for the fastest tune, and then you just keep attacking with, you do the last ability for Sea Devil, which is she attacks everybody, the AoE, which removes turn meter per hit, which is 4 hits, which is 20% turn meter, I think, or 40. I don't know if it's 5 or 10% per hit. So basically, the whole team just doesn't move, right? So essentially, it could work on me, but I also have a tune with Hasty, which is Space Granny, thank goodness. But if I didn't have her tuned up enough and her Hasty wasn't up there, then there was a chance that I wouldn't have a turn for a very long time. So stall can take out, like, let's say for war, for example, if the enemy ship has tunes that are up to like 300,000 power, but none of them have something to counter speed downs or attack downs or any kind of debuffs. I keep saying that because the only one that can do that is Bly. And I think Superbug's now with a hero team where they cancel out debuffs. If they do that, then you just can't effectively apply it, right? But yeah, you could take out a whole team with like your 50k team. You could take out a 300,000k team, unless they counter, of course, or dodge like Jester. But yeah, you can take out some pretty strong teams if they don't take into account a stall team. Okay, so I'm almost done with this one. Honestly, I didn't pay attention to this last match. I keep doing the same thing on repeat, and that's my bad. If you guys were really trying to learn, I am very sorry. But let's see this last match. Let's see what this last match looked like. So if I was able to do it with Treasure Hunter Tweety, and now I don't need to bring him, and I'm bringing in... Oh, I need 2 more matches. It's the same comps. If you guys pay attention, it's the same teams on all of them. So let's see what I do here. Alright, so I'm gonna do the same thing. Taunt, AoE, and then more damage over time, because we still have Granny taunting, so we don't need to taunt. And then AoE. And then, yeah, just finish them off. So, one thing that I wish Space Granny had, or Evil Granny, is more damage to tunes that have damage over time inflicted on them. Kind of like how Sea Devil, like, so that's the best thing about Sea Devil. I think you do 12 or 14% more damage on an enemy tune per speed down. So the more speed downs you're applying, and the more they're stalled, and the more they're not moving, the more damage you're doing. So it doesn't actually take forever to kill them. I wish Space Granny had the same, or at least I wish that another tune complemented that. Like, I wish Nova had that, for example, because Nova is basically a damage over time healer, and I think she's the first one that can actually do that. All right, same thing over and over and over again, guys. All right, so boom, there's all the tune-up fights. I think my team's like 100k, so it wasn't too bad. And again, even if your Granny is like 3 or 4 stars, if you taunt with her, chances are she won't die right away because of her defense up, her damage over time, right? So Inferno Campaign, I think I can beat this one. I wish I could bring Ronin Canasta, but I can't. And then I guess I could do my rank up battles now, right? So it goes up to 53k. So I'll do these for y'all, and then I'll probably make another video tomorrow to kind of update y'all on the route that I took. Actually, I'm gonna do some of these ballad spins, and then we'll see how that works. Okay, so let's do this. I don't want to make a 1-hour video. A lot of y'all would message me on Discord, which is fine. But what I'm saying is y'all would message me on Discord that y'all miss my videos, that y'all like me talking to y'all and kind of explaining some of these things. Not a lot of people do that. I on Facebook, people post like, oh, follow my videos, and then I see that they have like 1,000, 2,000 views, but they're not talking. They're just doing this with like this. How is that entertaining to you guys? Like, I don't understand that. Like, there's someone that does this, and they became a content creator before I did, and I don't see how. Like, I don't see why. Maybe I'm annoying. If I'm annoying, then, you know, so be it. But yeah, man, like, people like B Philly, if you're still out there, man, like, they're the ones that motivated me a lot. My alliance is great. They were supportive whenever I was posting. We have a pretty good alliance, man. Like I talk to them like every day, you know, little things here and there, and we just, you know, talk about what alcohol we're drinking one day. Or I think there's a couple veterans. I think Barry is a veteran, just like I am. So it's nice to know that there's veterans out there that enjoy this game as much as I do, just to kind of pass some time. Because I swear, like, there's days where I'm just like hooked on this, and like, or the event is good, or like I just do something challenging and I have extra money. Like, you know, call me a whale if you want to. Like, I only spend $20 per event max, which usually only translates to 20 a week, because I don't buy the featured event packs for new events anymore, because they took off tickets, or they took off gems, or they took off, you know, they just make them less and less appealing. So I only buy them for the interim events, which is one like this. So for example, like, I don't know, maybe on the last, or maybe tomorrow, I'll decide to buy the event starter pack for this one, because they do give you 6 ballots, and they give you all the tickets, all the gems, all that stuff. All right, so I need to buy energy. This is my first energy purchasing after reset, so it's only 50 for 100 energy, which is golden. Right before the event started, so I had saved all my energy from yesterday, because I hit the calendar for 500 energy, if you guys saw in the beginning of my video. And then I spent the 50 per energy to kind of get the, so that was 500 energy. I spent 50, you can do that 4 times for 100 energy, so that's 400, so that was 900 energy. And I already spent all that. Oh man, I wasn't paying attention to this fight. Okay, well, I panicked a little bit. I thought they had a Jester with Miranda, and that would have been a big mistake. So I want to go ahead and ask y'all, what do you want my next video to be like? Obviously, I'm going to update on this event, but I feel there needs to be a big video on current team comps, or, you know, team compositions, or which teams are the best right now. Arena for sure, because I'm not the best at arena, but, you know, for the most part, I do pretty well. War, so I might save that video for later on. And then what to do with your cosmics, or which, like, how tune-ups should work nowadays. I think I do want to make a more in-depth video on that. I'll show you guys my main team in a bit. I finally hit the 200,000 power mark, but I still feel dumb sometimes, because there's teams out there that are like legit 300k that take my crates and I can do nothing about. It's just, again, like, this game is turning into so much luck too. Like, obviously I'm lucky too with some of the cosmics that I've gotten, but some people get like seven cosmic stars on a regular OG bugs, and that wipes your whole team. Or 7 cosmics on a legendary. Like, I was super lucky. I got 6 cosmics on my Star Pharaoh Marvin, or SPM as he's most commonly known. If you're from H-Town, no, not the rapper. That's what I was used to. But, you know, this guy right there, I'm pointing at him like y'all could see. That Marvin right there is called SPM. He is top notch. Like, he is SS tier, like triple S tier. Like, if at 5 stars, you can start using him with a 7-star team if you protect him. So he's actually like the biggest reason why I got through Tower as far as I did, and I'll show you how Tower. That's definitely another video I need to make. You know, Tower, like what tunes are best per region. So I need to make that soon before the Egghead Tower goes away. But yeah, I have a couple of videos lined up. I think I'm back for good, guys. I think I'm gonna be back to be able to help you guys go through this game and all these crazy changes, and which tunes to focus on as time progresses. Like, Super Coyote is actually, I think, if I remember correctly, he's actually a very, very good tune. I just don't have him up there yet, and my CD boosts are not very high up, but they need to be, because I have, again, Super Bugs at 7.4 stars with 4 cosmics, so I can easily get him to over 40k power. I just need to invest everything into him. Space Granny, if I get her to 7 stars, I should be able to get her to like 35, 40k once I invest everything into her. Yeah, so was this an outlaw team? Why did they put an outlaw team against my space team, or semi-space team? Yeah, that's, anyways, like, so that was the last battle, I think, and I got like 600, 500 Space Granny. Don't tell me it just started lagging. It's not lagging, it's just buffering. There we go. Let's see. All right. So I have 17 ballots. You know what? Just for you know, poops and giggles, let's see if I can get a ballot off of this. Nope. Yeah, so the ballots are gonna be super rare, which is expected. So I wouldn't farm for ballots. Like, I would farm everything else first, especially Infernos. Like this right here is the most precious. Like, this behind vials to get your formulas, like secret stuff, is super valuable. So make sure you use it correctly. I had just spent all of mine, but I'm definitely gonna go through all the Infernos. I don't know if I'll make a video on it. I'll probably not, because I'm probably gonna keep playing tonight. But yeah, I'll give you guys an update. And if you guys have any questions on like which Inferno battle, if I beat it and you guys can't beat it, I'll just go ahead and pay the 50 gems and, you know, redo the battle and let you guys know how I did it. Yeah, so now I need 7-star Evil Granny, and I don't have that. So I have her at 6.2 stars now, guys. So let's see. Let's go collect. Okay, so I'm gonna get that. 50 Nova. I'm also hurting for Space Atom, so this is helping me a bit. Oh, 250 energy. That's nice. Oh, I got all the I got all the superior materials. So that's 25 more of each. So that gets me closer to unlocking Dawn. And that's 4 more of these. So I don't have Don Henry, so I can't do that yet. I got one of these boosters. What are boosters? Are those the attack, defense, support? Okay. What? Man, I'm saying my alliance is awesome. Look at this. Yeah, so that's another thing about Dawn. He has assist, so the assist team is insane. I love Iwin. She's great. She's in our alliance. Her and I are always brainstorming certain things within the alliance. Henry Hike and SPM Tune 41, and then 4 Cosmics for QB Daffy. That's not bad, man. Like, so Cosmics are super important, and my top tunes all have some, like, the only reason Abaluni's up there is because my Abaluni was pretty dang boosted at the time, but, and then that Sylvester the Brash is max tune. He's tune up 45. But other than that, I'm trying to focus on only 3 to 4 Cosmics and above. Preferably 4. I'm going to start working on some of these here. Not so much the commons and rares, but like, for example, this Foghorn here, I need to start working on. My prize fighter I need to work on. I just started putting resources into Desperado, which is why I don't have any more secret stuff, but he's really good. There's a couple of 4 stars that I really need to start working on. This other Foghorn I'm really going to start working on, this Caesar, because he can remove damage immunity. And there's my super bugs that I really need to work on. I just got 6 stars on Tweety. So here's what my Cosmics look like now. I have 3, 4, 5, I have 6 stars. SPM was my biggest pool. I have a couple of 5 stars, which I'm only going to work on the epics for now. So I need to work on that flamenco for sure. And then these are my 4 stars. Honestly, like, for some reason, at 4 stars, tunes just get amazing. So that's what I'm doing right now. My best team right now consists of Grid Goss, SPM, Henry Hike, and Baseball Bugs. I just need to tune up Baseball Bugs more to have more defense. That way he doesn't die that quickly. But yeah, they're just a nuking team. And I'll showcase that later. But okay, so that was that. I think I need 27 ballots though. I do. I need 27 ballots for the 10 spin. I have 22. What can I do? I want to do the full 10. So that'll cost me 25 tickets, right? I'll go ahead and do that for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and do it just because it's my first video back. I want to do a 10 spin, and then any ballots that I collect after that, I'll just do them piece by piece, right? As they go, I'll spin them, or I'll maybe collect them for the last day and see what happens. Although I don't think it's worth holding on to them, because what if I hit a jackpot and I can get it sooner than later and complete the quests or complete, you know, whatever. But I need 27, right? I own 27. I have 14 tickets left. That's okay. So here we go. Wish me luck, guys. 50 Henry. That's a lot of points. 50 Granny. 75 Granny. Okay, hit me up with the Granny. 75 Henry. Oh, if I get one more Henry, he's unlocked. 75 Treasure Hunter. Okay, Henry's unlocked. I need a jackpot, man. 75, 2 more spins. 75 Henry, that's not bad. Oh! Okay, so overall, not bad. That's what, 150, that's 250 Dawn. That's 125, 215 Granny, and then 225. So yeah, a little over 200 pieces each, which is not bad at all, guys. Not bad at all. So for 25, what was it? 25 plus 15, so for 40 tickets, and then what I did through quests, I got all this. Like, it's not bad at all. So I have a 6.3 star Granny now. I have oh wow, wait, Treasure Hunter. Oh man, so I need more for him for sure. And then I unlocked Dawn. So let's go activate him. I'm not gonna make this video any longer. I wanted to do a walkthrough for Dawn, but I'm not going to. But I'm gonna go ahead and play it on my own, collect more ballots on my own, and we'll see how that goes. But there we go, guys. 4-star Dawn. Thank you guys for watching. I hope y'all find this information useful. I'm gonna try to start posting more often, every couple of days, if not like every day, every 2 days. You know, we'll see how that goes. It's just, you know, there's just a lot going on. Life happens, and I'm just trying to accommodate time to be able to do that. But I'm gonna go ahead and work on Dawn, and yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. Space Granny 7-star, Treasure Hunter 6-star, and Dawn maybe 5-star. That's my goal. So 7, 6, and 5. But yeah, thanks for watching. Share it with your friends. Please like and subscribe. I want at least 1,000 subscribers soon. Maybe they'll find me a content creator. I just want the support to keep on going. But thank you guys, appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful day. Take care from that COVID and stay safe. Peace out.